G'day people, this is Sharpino here, welcome you guys to week 1 of the PMC League Battles. Today we are taking on the Oregon Duckletts. If you want to go ahead and check out the team that we're going to bring for this week here, go ahead and check out the team builder. The link for it will be in the description down below. Go ahead and also check out Johnny GB, the coach of the Oregon Duckletts, guys. But I'm excited. First week of the PMC, let's get into it. I'm so excited for this, you guys. Hopefully we get through with the W for this one here, but all we can do is play our best and hope for the best, and hopefully the team that we have brought today will do us the justice to get the win. So let's go ahead and have a look at the team that he's bringing here. Okay, so he did bring the Celesteela, so I did make a few predictions on these ones here. So, alright, let's see here. So we've got the Celesteela, that's there. No Mamoswine, which is actually a lot better. No Megazard X, also good. Mandibuzz is there, Melodic is there, Roserai's there. No Rabombi, which actually works out pretty well actually for my type of ability, but we still have the that big threat of course, that Celesteela. So, all right. So looking at what he could potentially start off with here, what could he start with? He could start off with either the I think he probably might start off with the Celesteela. So something is telling me to go ahead and either start off with the Darmanitan or to start off with the Ditto. Because really looking at his team, his only one answer to Darmanitan is the Melodic. So I'll go ahead and kick things off with the with Darmanitan, just so we can kind of see what we're going to go up against here. I'm actually surprised he didn't bring the Mamoswine or the Megazard X. Maybe he was worried about too many outs in my team that is to Megazard X, but I mean, it works out for me either way. But let's go ahead, best of luck to Johnny GB, and let's see if we can get the W for week 1 of the PMC. So we're going to start things off with that Darmanitan over here. Let's see what Pokemon he decides to bring out here. He's going to actually start things off with the Heliolisk, which is actually pretty interesting. Okay, so seeing as how we do have a Heliolisk here, I have to debate whether this Heliolisk is going to be a U-turner, if it's Focus Sash, sorry, or if it's Focus Sash, or has it got a Choice Scarf of its own. So I'm just trying to debate what would be the best course of action here, because depending on what he has. So there's a number of options here. We could either swap into Cryogonal, so we do have a good answer here. The only thing is, I don't want to risk getting outsped by a Scarf Heliolisk. Definitely interesting to start things off here. So, but the question is he Scarf? That's the thing. So, I'm going to go for a Full Blitz. I'm going to see if we outspeed. He does go ahead and withdraw here. He's going to go ahead and bring it the Melodic. I should have predicted that. So, in comes the Flare Blitz here. We're going to go ahead and get some good damage on the Melodic, hopefully. That is quite a bit of damage. No burn though. You do get record damage. But we do snag the burn, and that is actually pretty critical at this point here. Okay, so now that we see the Melodic here, so I have a feeling what I should do here is I'm going to go ahead and swap into the... So remember guys, we do have Hidden Power Fire on the Glaciers. Now I'm just trying to decide what I should do. Is he going to go for a Water type move, or is he going to go for a Toxic? So just deciding here what I should do here. So just to get some information on this, Melodic, I'm going to go ahead and swap into Ditto to pretty much see what this Melodic set is, just so we can get some intel onto. And he does in fact go for the Toxic. And why am I not Imposter? Why am I not Imposter here? Hello? Why am I not Imposter? That is fucking annoying. Why the hell am I not Imposter? I must have not sent the information correctly. Well, that sucks, because now I'm going to have to basically... We're going to have to waste a turn to transform, which is pretty annoying. And we're going to see Melodic go for a Recover. So, that's actually pretty annoying, the fact that this fucking... the Ditto doesn't have Imposter. That's my fault, guys. Not my parents' fault. I screwed up on that one here. But let's go ahead and see what set... this Melodic is. Let's go ahead and see the moves that he has here. Okay, so he did protect the swap. Probably could have gone out into the alright, so Melodic, let's see. So we got Toxic, Recover, Ice Beam, and Scald. Okay, and that's the moveset that we have for this Melodic over here. So I'm still very annoyed about that. That actually really irritates me so much. I think I just might as well use that as fodder at this point, because realistically there's no real point to me staying in here. I mean, unless I can predict a swap here. But that Ditto not being imposter, holy shit, that's actually... Fuck. Okay. So, what are his options? He swaps out, I can go for a Toxic, or he stays in and tries to just burn me out here with the Melodic v Melodic matchup. I'm going to go for... I'll go for a Recover. I just want to see what this Melodic wants to do here. So, I'm going to go ahead, at outspeed, I'm going to go ahead and go for Recover. I know I've got Choice Scarf, guys, don't worry, I haven't forgot about that, but, so he's going to go ahead and go for the Scald here, so he's just going to pretty much try to pass off a burn of some sorts here. So, realistically, he's going to win this matchup because I got badly poisoned by the Toxic. And I don't know if this Melodic is, in fact, Marble Scale. So I'm going to go ahead now and swap into Glacius over here. Because even if we do get the Skull damage here, we do get ahead to bring in Glacius, which does have that potential to take the hit. So we're going to go ahead and get a Skull taken off on us. And we do get burned though, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. He did get the burn though. Alright, so now we can try and do one of two things here. We can either predict him to swap into the... we can predict him to swap into Celesteela and go for Hidden Power Fire. I'm just trying to think what our options are here. Because if he brings in Celesteela, we could try to go for Hidden Power Fire, but I don't know if it would do too much. So... I'm going to go for a Freeze Dry. I want to see how much damage a Freeze Dry can do to a Melodic, even unless he decides to swap out here. He's going to go ahead and swap into Melodic. He's going to go into Celesteela, isn't it? Kaguron. That is Celesteela, isn't it? Yep. That is Celesteela. So we are going to go for the Freeze Dry. I don't know how much damage this is going to do. I don't think it'll do too much damage. It actually gets a decent chunk hit on that. We do see the leftovers. So let's go ahead and add that. So Celesteela does have the leftovers. Alright, and I think... based off that damage, a Sub-Zero Hammer should be able to do some work on this Celesteela. I do think so, because I mean, looking at how much damage that did, I think an ICMZ Sub-Zero Hammer. So we are going to go ahead and whack on that Sub-Zero Hammer on this Celesteela. Hopefully we can get some decent damage off it. If we can KO it, it'd be even better. But let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and get the Sub-Zero Slammer on the Celesteela here. So we bring it up. Get the power, blast down the Celesteela. Let's see how much damage we can do to this thing. Big blazes. And that does quite a bit of damage, but not quite enough to get the kill. So unfortunately, I think Celesteela is going to fall now to the burn damage and the... so that is very unfortunate there. So Glacius, I believe it's going to survive for one more turn that it does. I'll go ahead and go for a... should I keep... No, we'll get rid of it. We'll go for a Hidden Power Fire. Hidden Power Fire should be able to go ahead. He's going to go ahead and swap out here, actually. He's going to go ahead and bring in Meloetta. That's interesting. So he decided to preserve the... that Pokemon there. And we're going to see leftovers also on the Meloetta. So, Meloetta... Where are you, Meloetta? That is leftovers. And sadly, we're going to lose the burn given to us from that Melodic. Okay, so now we see here. Let's go ahead and... I'm just trying to think. What does this what does this Melodic want to do to us? I know it probably would have the... we'll go ahead and bring in... we'll go ahead and bring in DK. Because DK could probably definitely do some damage to this Milotic. So let's go ahead, and I think we'll go for a U-turn just to scout to see if he's actually going to swap out here. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the U-turn, just to see what this Melodic wants to do. Because if he decides to swap back into Melodic, that's fine. We can go ahead and just try to burn off the Ditto, because the Ditto not having Imposter, holy fuck, that is just absolutely terrible. Like, I have no idea, like, what the hell... Unless I just didn't tell it my Jenna to put it on Imposter. I don't know if it's just a general assumption. But he's going to go ahead and swap out here. He's going to probably bring back in the Melodic, as he does. So in comes the Melodic, and we're going to go ahead and go for a U-turn. And we're going to see how much damage the U-turn does to the Melodic here, because that would actually give us some information. So he does a little bit of damage. I don't know if that's Marvel scale. Alright, so let's go ahead. So he does have Ice Beam. Now, I need to do some quick calculations. Just a quick second here. because I want to see how much damage an Ice Beam from a melodic Pokemon Showdown Hang on. Okay. Pokemon Calculator. Okay, so we haven't seen exactly how much damage this does. Let's go ahead and quickly do some cups. So we've got Tapu Bulu. We'll just say Choice Band this one. And then we got Milotic. So, doubles defensive. Okay, so let's see how much damage an Ice Beam. We'll change one of these moves quickly. So we've got Ice Beam. We still have time, guys. Ice Beam against a... will do roughly 50 to 97% because we do have some bulk on it. So I'm going to go ahead and swap into the Tapu Bulu at this point. Now, knowing that he does have the Ice Beam here, now unless he's got speed investment on the this Pokemon here, we should still be good to go ahead and go for the Wood Hammer. Now, the only thing is, of course, if he decides to bring in the Roserade, that could be problematic. So what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to... So here's the thing. If he brings in the Roserade, we might have a problem. But if we go for the substitute and he swaps into Roserade, then we get a free hit on the Roserade here. So I'm going to go ahead. So Ice Beam does over half. So we have absolutely no reason not to go for Wood Hammer. So I'm going to go for Wood Hammer. He's going to go ahead and swap here. I should have gone for the substitute. Why do I did Mandibuzz actually is going to come in. So Wood Hammer is going to come through here on the Mandibuzz. How much damage is that going to do to it? Does a decent hit though. We did get the crit though. That was unfortunate that he did in fact get the crit. So we are going to recover some health from that. So looking at how much damage that got there, that was actually pretty decent damage. But that crit Wood Hammer though was pretty crucial. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and lace up with a Stone Edge. I'm just trying to think what this Mandibuzz wants to do here. So I'm going to go for a Stone Edge to try to kill this Mandibuzz over here. As he goes for the Roost, that is definitely a problem, because then at least this Wood Hammer would have at least done more damage. So he's going to go ahead and get the Roost off. We're going to reveal Stone Edge, which is unfortunate because it's going to do next to nothing on this Mandibuzz over here. Because he's on the ground now, he actually gets to recover, which is actually just a bit disappointing. So we'll go ahead here and add Mandibuzz has Roost. Alright, so looking at that, I think what we should do is to go ahead and go into our own Skarmory over here. Maybe set up some hazards, which I think would definitely be the way to go. Because if this Mandibuzz wants to go for either Brave Bird or a Toxic, that would work out for us terrifically. So we're going to go ahead and swap out here. We actually outspeed the Mandibuzz, and let him decide to stay in here. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Skarmory. Let's see what this Mandibuzz wants to do. Let's go for the knockoff. So he's going to knock off our leftovers. That's fine there. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start setting up some hazards. I think it's definitely the way to go to try to put the hurting on this team right here. So he's going to go for U-turn. Get a little bit of damage, nothing major. I'm going to go ahead and swap, and what's he going to swap into here? What Pokemon could he have that would really be an answer? I mean, I know the Celesteela has Flamethrower. That's a given. But, actually I should add that to the list actually. Celesteela having Flamethrower, that is definitely an issue there. But let's see what he wants to bring. He's going to bring in the Celesteela actually, to bring it back in here, as we go ahead and do set up the Stealth Rocks over here. So, you know, we're definitely taking care of possibly any other hazards that could come on site here. So, he does go for the leftovers. Now, I'm just trying to think, what could we do here? Because if he decides to go for Flamethrower, to try to get the hurting on it, or he could predict us and go for an Earthquake. Honestly, I think our best bet is to go ahead and bring in Slowbro, because I don't know what the moveset is going to be. Unless this thing has Thunderbolt as well. That's the other thing I actually should have taken into account, is the fact that if this thing has Thunderbolt, this could be a little problematic. He goes for Autotomize. So he's actually going to try now to outspeed that. Interesting. So we got Autotomize. So Flamethrower, Autotomize. Clearly he's got something in the back there. Clearly he's got something. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a Surf. I want to see what this guy... He wants to go for Angie-Ball. Whoa! So we see the Angie-Ball. That's crazy. So we're going to see, was it Angie-Ball? So he predicted us to go with the, which is interesting. I think it's definitely interesting. So now he's going to have himself a fast Celesteela with Autotomize. Now, the question is, what's his last move? Because we've seen we've seen Energy Ball and Flamethrower, which both of those moves do not hold a candle to. Let's see here. Let's have a look at our team. So, at this point, I think I should just swap into Ditto, Let It Go, because at this point, I mean, I know I'm giving him an extra turn, but I just want to see what this. The fact this thing is non-imposter is really causing this to be a useless Pokemon. It really is. As he goes for an Energy Ball, which is probably going to kill the Ditto over here. No surprise there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a free, clean swap in. So we're going to get the Beast Boost. What Beast Boost are you going to get? You're going to get Special Attack. Okay, so... Alright. So now we're going to go ahead and bring in DK. So we're going to go ahead and bring in DK because I'm pretty sure we should still be able to outspeed with the Choice Scarf here. So let's go ahead now and go for the Flare Blitz, and hopefully we can get the kill and Kagaron here. I know it's a +2, but I'm pretty sure we still outspeed with the Choice Scarf. So we're going to go for the Flare Blitz, and hopefully that will get the job done against this Celesteela. If he decides to swap into Melodic, that's fine. It just means that he gets a free turn Toxic something else, unless we bring in Skarmory here. So I think now he's just trying to determine whether it's in his best interest to preserve the Celesteela if I max speed with Choice Scarf, or he's trying to debate whether I'm Scarfed at all, because at this point he doesn't know. I could be Life Orb for all I know, but because I'm Sheer Force, he wouldn't be able to know. So this first week has definitely been interesting. First thing I've learned from this is to definitely tell your editor, use Imposter. But we'll just see how we go here. So he's just debating whether it's in his interest. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Flare Blitz, and we are going to go ahead and get rid of this Celesteela. So now he's realized that we are in fact Choice Scarf. So Celesteela's knocked out. So far we've had 3 kills. So what's it? Krookodiles killed by Burn off Melodic Scald. Then we had Ditto killed by Celesteela, Energy Ball, and then we have Darmanitan kills Celesteela, Flare Blitz. Okay, so now we're going to decide ourselves here if he's going to go ahead and either go for Recover or go for the Ice Beam. Because if we go ahead and stay in here and he goes for the Ice Beam, seeing as how much damage the Flare Blitz did, I don't see why it would be an issue to stay in. But because knowing he might predict us to swap out here, he might either go for the Toxic or go for the Recover. I don't know if I want to go into El Toro right yet, just because it would only, if he comes back in at full health, that could definitely be a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring in Skarmory, because A, he's either going to go for Ice Beam, or B, he's going to go for Toxic. The Shield just seems to be the appropriate answer, and I think we can go ahead and try and possibly set up some more hazards. So he's going to go ahead and go for the Scald here, which is fine. I mean, it's definitely going to be an issue if he gets the burn, which he doesn't, which is great. Alright, so let's go ahead. We'll go for a Roost, just to get some health back from this Scald here. And then we could possibly start setting up some more hazards, and he's going to go for Recover. That's fine. He's going to go ahead and do that. That is not a problem. The fact that he's got the burn on him is definitely going to be an issue for him. So we go ahead and Roost ourselves to get our health back up. And this has just become an interesting game of chess here, so to speak. So, alright, so he does get the burn damage there. So now let's go ahead and, like I said, we'll start setting up some spikes. So if anything, he might just try to go ahead and just set up the... he's going to swap out here, bring in Heliolisk. As we go ahead and set up one layer of spikes, which is actually pretty good. I don't think he has any other way to get rid of hazards on his team at the moment. Now, depending on what he wants to do here, he could either go for the Thunderbolt, or he could go for something else. I'm just trying to think what his options are. Unfortunately, we don't really have much of a special war here. He could go for a Hyper Voice, actually, and that could definitely be a problem. But it's the fact that it's normal and it's electric, so I don't know where he wants to go with this. Because if I bring in El Toro, if he's Choice Specs, that could still do a hell of a lot of damage. just deciding what to do here, because if he goes for Thunderbolt, it could definitely hurt. But I need to keep El Toro fresh for that Melodic, so I'm going to go for another layer of spikes. He might go for the Thunderbolt. He goes for the Volt Switch, actually. Okay, so he does decide to go for that move there, and was that a crit? No, was it? I think that's Specs. I think that is Specs, because that did way too much damage for a Volt Switch. So I'm just going to put Choice Specs question mark over the healer list. So healer list, Choice Specs question mark. Actually, I'll go ahead and quickly calc that right now, actually. Let's go Skarmory. So defensive versus healer list. Alright, let's see, Volt Switch. Oh, no, Volt Switch will... Wait. That's with Life Orb. But that wasn't Life Orb. So wait, let's take off the item. Let's just say... was it short? No. Volt Switch would still actually KO me, so... okay, no worries. Alright, let's go ahead and swap into Decay. So in comes the Diamantine here. We're back in this bitch. Let's go. Yeah. Alright, is he going to bring the Melodic again? This is going to be the issue. He's going to keep going back and forth with this damn Melodic, and it's going to be just a huge problem. I'm still going to go for Flare Blitz, unless he just wants to get rid of these, I think he wants to get rid of all these hazards, so we're just going to go ahead here and use the Flare Blitz to possibly get rid of the... Oh, no. He's going to use Defog, isn't he? He's got Rocky Helmet, okay. And he does have Roost. Okay, so... At this point, I'm going to think that he's just going to try to burn me out here. So, we've seen that he's got Rocky Helmet and Roost. Okay, so this is fucking... Mandibuzz, I've used you quite a bit, so Rocky Helmet. Okay, that is definitely an issue. So... But we need DK for that Roserade, because he hasn't used that Roserade yet. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm going to go ahead and swap into Slowbro here, because if he doesn't have any moves, we might try to go ahead and try to Toxic this Mandibuzz here, but yeah, that as it goes for knockoff, oh dear, that is terrible. Okay, it doesn't get too much damage off, that's cool, that's fine. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and lace this thing up with Toxic, because I got a feeling this Mandibuzz here is just going to sit here all day and just be a major problem for us. Just be a major problem. So just trying to see what this Mandibuzz wants to do here. He's going to go for U-turn. All these fucking utility moves, good god, stop. Alright, so Mandibuzz has fucking Roost and U-turn. And knockoff. What's its last move? Shit. If he goes into bloody Melodic, I swear to god. Or Roserade even. If he goes into Heliolisk, I think that he goes into Meloetta. So something tells me this thing is definitely going for the Assault Vest. But we do land a Toxic, which is actually amazing. But I got a feeling we're going to see a Shadow Ball coming our way right about now, and that Meloetta gets badly poisoned. Alright, so this battle's not going good. I've made a lot of misplays here. I think that, like I said, that Ditto definitely being not Imposter definitely is going to be an issue. So, I'm going to go for a Slack Off. I think this thing's going to go for Shadow Ball and just try to kill me. Goes for Substitute. Interesting. Interesting that this Meloetta decides to go for a Substitute. Okay, let's add that to the list. Meloetta. Where are you, Meloetta? Meloetta has Leftovers and Substitute. So maybe a setup. Maybe it might be a setup. Meloetta, so let's go for a Surf. Gonna go for Relic Song. He's the fighting version! He can now go the fighting version! Now he goes to the... What? I'm asleep now? Wait a second. Hold up. Wait. Relic Song puts the Pokemon to sleep? What? Wait the fuck up. Hold up. Introduced, let's see here. Has a 10% chance of putting the Pokemon to sleep. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? This is happening right now. And now he's going to use that song again. The fact that he got that Pokemon to sleep on a 10% chance. That's fucking crazy. That is absolutely fucking obnoxious. That was a 10% chance for that to happen. But that toxic damage is going to build up on this Meloetta here. So that actually works out the fact that I got that toxic on it. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a slack off here. That is some bullshit. I swear to God, that is some major bullshit. I just hope I can wake up on this turn. Otherwise, this is screwed. If I can't wake up on this turn, then I'm screwed. We survive on 2 HP. Please wake up, please. Please wake up. I beg you, Slowbro, please. Wake up on this turn, please. Please wake up. Thank you! Urgh, there we go! Ooh! What the fuck? That Relic Song is bullshit! That Relic Song is some major bullshit. I don't know why he decided to stay in with that, because now the Meloetta is dead. So, let's see here. So, Meloetta dies by poison by Slowbro. So that actually worked out better than what we expected. So no complaints here. No complaints here whatsoever. So cool. Okay. Gave that differential. So Slowbro definitely came in clutch there. Finally waking up on that 10% chance of Relic. I still can't get over that. Relic Song. 10% chance to put to sleep. And he actually puts us to sleep. I'm like, ugh, what the fuck? Alright. So we're going to continue from here. Now he's just deciding if he's going to decide to bring in the Resurrect now. Or is he going to bring in Healisk? Because Healisk Volt Switch definitely is going to hurt like a bitch. And this is just one of the things I had an issue with, is just that Healisk being so fast, him and Rabombi being really fast. And I mean, I had Cryogonal to kind of answer for the special bulks, but unfortunately it went down to like I said, Imposter Ditto was probably the major thing that fucked me over this week. So next week definitely put in Imposter. Like, I don't know if he just didn't assume, you know, Ditto would come in as Imposter, but in comes a Roserade. Okay, so Roserade's going to stay here now. So we're going to see Spikes damage come through, and we're going to see the Stealth Box damage come through, which is great. Now, if he goes for Angie Ball, we can possibly swap into Tapu Bulu, but Roserade still outspeeds us, which is definitely still an issue. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a Psychic, expecting him to set up in some shape or form, or go for Angie Ball and just completely kill Slowbro. Because either way, I'm expecting to... He might think I might want to swap out for the Regenerator, and in which case he might predict that, or he just thinks I'm going to give up Slowbro here and just let it go. But Slowbro just totally came through at that point in the game. It's just like, yo, fuck yeah, let's fucking go. Alright, so he's going to go for the Sludge Bomb, predicting me to swap into Tapu Bulu. We still take it. We're going to go for the Psychic. How much damage can we get on this Roserade here? Ooh, just a fraction. Just a little bit right there. Oh dear. Oh dear. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Man, that was so close. And he's going to go ahead and set up the Toxic Spikes over here, which is a pretty good move on his part to do that. And he's going to go ahead and sack off the Roserade over here. So Slowbro kills Roserade with Psychic. So again, I mean, we're coming back here at this point. Here we're now back to three apiece. He has the Mandibuzz, the Melodic, and the Healisk. So again, the Healisk is just going to be the major problem over here. So you look at the Stealth Box damage and the Spikes damage. So the damage is going to definitely stack up on that Healisk here. So at this point, I'm just going to let it go here. Whatever he decides to bring in here, you know, we just have to play accordingly. Because the Rocks is going to hurt that Mandibuzz to a point where I think after the burn, Flare Blitz should definitely get the kill on that. Even though we are going to cop some poison damage and some Rocky Helmet and Recoil damage, we just got to keep it around for this Healisk. Because this Healisk is going to be definitely the issue over here. So I'm going ahead going for a Psychic. Healisk probably will go for the Volt Switch. I doubt he would... I mean, look, for me, there's no point for me to swap out here. There really is no point. So he will just go for the Volt Switch and just go ahead and get the kill on Slowbro and Volt Switch out. Or he might go for Thunderbolt and just try to bait me in with the Darmanitan. But setting up the spikes and the rocks was pretty crucial for a Darmanitan possible late game sweep. Because now it's getting all residual damage done to all of his Pokemon here. So, just waiting. Come on, Johnny, buddy. You know you got this, mate. Make a decision. Alright. So we here, we out here. Come on, Johnny. What you gonna decide? What you gonna do? He could swap it to Mandibuzz here, expecting me to go for Psychic and just get a free swap it, but he's just gonna put more damage on Healisk, which really doesn't make any sense. Unless he wants to bring it into Roost to ensure that he can survive the Flare Blitz off the Darmanitan, which actually would make a lot more sense later games. So he might actually double switch out to the Mandibuzz. He's going to go for Volt Switch, he's going to kill the Slowbro, so I'll go ahead and add that. So Healisk kills Slowbro with Volt Switch. So now it just comes down to what he brings in next, because it pretty much is going to determine how the rest of his battle is going to go here. If he brings in the Mandibuzz, again, it's just going to come down to that Rocky Helmet just being a total cunt of a fucking thing to deal with here. But if we bring in he's going to go ahead and bring in Mandibuzz here. Okay. So now with that Rock's damage, wow, look at that. We should definitely be able to kill it with the Flare Blitz. And then all that comes down to is the last two. So we bring in DK over here. We get the poison, unfortunately, due to the toxic spikes that were set up. We'll go ahead and we'll go for the Flare Blitz. Hopefully we can get the kill on this Mandibuzz here, because if he predicts the double switch and goes into... I could go for U-turn, but there really wouldn't be much of a point now, would there? So I'm just going to try to get rid of this Mandibuzz here, and hopefully he decides to let it go, because it's just one less thing I've got to worry about here. Okay, Mandibuzz. He decides to let it go. We're going to go ahead, go for the Flare Blitz here. And Mandibuzz is going to go down to that Flare Blitz. We are going to take some Rocky Helmet and some... So Darmanitan kills Mandibuzz. And like I said, all that damage is just stacking up too much. Like, oh my god, it is just fucking coming in way too much here. Alright, so now all he has left now, he's going to go ahead and bring in the Melodic. Now, again, the problem is going to be that, the Healisk here. So, I'm going to swap into the... But if he predicts that and goes for Ice Beam and I get completely fucked over... I just don't know what this Healisk wants to do though. What other move could he possibly have? But if it's Choice Specs Healisk, I still lose either way. So I have to hope he goes for Scald, even though I know that's probably not going to happen. If he goes for the Ice Beam, I'm just trying to think. Oh damn it! This is just such an intense battle, guys. Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Is it in my best interest? You know what? I'm just going to have to go for the Flare Blitz. It's just a safer play, because if I do this, I could bring it down to the 1 differential, because I feel like I'm going to lose this battle. So we're going to go ahead and go for a Flare Blitz here. If we can go ahead and get some good damage on this thing. Okay, that wasn't really good damage. We're going to hit by the recall. He actually goes for Recover. Oh my god. Goes for the Recover. Oh! Should have swapped. Should have swapped. Should have swapped. Oh! Dang it to hell! Alright, well basically, no, I lost this one. I know I've lost this one. That's okay though, guys. That is all good. It's okay, guys. It's the first week. We actually had a pretty good battle, all things considered. I just think that if I had that, like I said, that, if I had that situation sorted with the Ditto, that definitely would have helped out. But, you know, you're responsible for your own shit right there, so I'm not going to blame my editor and say, oh, it's his fault. It's my fault. He's going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam here. And I think that's going to do quite a bit of damage. Actually, we take that pretty well, actually, all things considered. We're going to go for a Wood Hammer here. We should take out the Melodic here, which it does. So down goes the Melodic here. So, Tapu Bulu kills Melodic with Wood Hammer. But sadly, the Healisk is going to outspeed, and ladies and gentlemen, we are going to lose the first one. But it wasn't a bad game. It was a good game, but there was just a few things that I did that was pretty bad. throughout the course of this game here. So I mean, it was pretty close, but just a few bad plays on one part here, and just having a bloody Ditto that didn't have didn't have Imposter. I can't get over that. It goes for Hyper Voice. And sadly, Tapu Bulu is killed by Heliolisk. And we lose our first week to the Oregon Duckletts. Good game to join GB here. Great battle. Like I said, sadly, no Imposter Ditto. Definitely would have helped out. But you know what? It's my fault. I can't blame my opponent. And yeah, that is the week 1 of the PMC. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit the button down below, because as always, support is great appreciated. Stay tuned for next week's Wi-Fi battle when we go up against... I'll quickly go ahead and check the document right now. Un momento. Week 2, we are going up against. Senior Krookodiles are going up against the Pittsburgh Empoleons. So that will be an interesting battle. So guys, thanks for watching. Until next time I see you guys, stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Later!